So let me take attendance. Chandresh Kumar, Gautam Godra, Hemant Kumar, Kartik Rajput, Kartikeya Sharma, Khushi Shekhawat,
Yes, sir.
Aksharat
Yes,
Singh,
sir.
Pal, Parth Narendra Bhai, Prakash
Present, sir.
Pushpendra Pal Singh, Rahul Jevaria, Rakesh Raika, Ravi Raman, Rohan Modi, Rohan Pingle, Shaurya Dikshit,
Present, sir.
Arush Utgal, and Tirthak Kirtibhai. Yeah. So hope you have studied what we have studied till now, because we have already finished with the Indian Contract Act. So anyone have any problem? And then what about your assignments? Let us just take a look of that too. Shaurya, how many assignments are received till date?
So I just check and let you know.
So anyone any problem in doing the assignments? Please tell. There was some plagiarism problem also with some of the assignments too. So don't do that. Don't copy each other. Assignments are you to learn something. Okay, not just to fulfill the formalities and copying you here and there. Yeah, anyone problem with any of the assignments you have been doing? Come on. So let us revise the things right from the beginning, so that you will be
Sir,
able to. Sorry.
सर अभी तक 2 ही असाइनमेंट्स दिए ना सर.
Sorry.
सर 2 असाइनमेंट्स ही दिए हैं ना.
Whatever, whatsoever assignments I have given, it should be properly done.
Sir, 2 submissions till now.
Sorry?
For the last assignments, I got received 2 submissions till now.
Okay, last assignment you have not yet received.
Yes, sir. But otherwise also I'm receiving an average of 14 to 15 submissions.
Okay, what about rest? Please tell me the name of the defaulters who have not yet even submitted the assignment, because I have given sufficient time, and I hope you have received the assignment.
I'll make a list, sir, and I'll share.
Yeah, date wise, because the date will determine who has given on time, and accordingly the marks will be decided.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please do that. So let us just revise the course today, because we have still some classes to revise it off, and I hope by the time your classes have been freezed, means your transfers and all these have been freezed. Okay, transfer from one section to other and all that. Okay, so let us just see to it that what assignments you have at present. So we have gone through about what is law in the very first class of very first class itself, and then what about law is, and then I gave you one that law is Kanun. So in this way we have proceeded further. This was the first assignment which I gave you. Remember or not? So with each and every tagline, you have to see that what is law from with the help of the movies and all these, and even I told you can have some other movies also except all these. So definition of law, we have studied that law is a rule of conduct developed by the government or the society over a certain territory. So it is having certain limits, certain criteria, and certain practices and some customs are there which are required to to just call a law a law. Okay, so it actually deals with the crimes, the business, the social relationship, property, finance. So law is a controlled and enforced by a controlling authority. So there has to be some controlling authority which will enforce the law, and actually law is enforced and it is also penal. So there are further certain definitions of law which we have gone with. So there are 5 definitions: natural school of law, positivistic definition, historical school of law, and sociological school of law, and finally the realist definition of law. So we have explained these definitions before, and then further we have gone with the what is the significance of law, why law is needed, and we have studied that in various forms. You can say that law is not static; it is dynamic. It changes with the time and the needs of the society. Further, modern science and technology have unfolded vast prospects which have aroused the big ambitions in the man. So, man has become ambitious, and out of that ambition, he may, go any extent in order to fulfill those ambitions. So, law actually puts a limit beyond which he should not go. He cannot go. Okay, so the object of the law is which actually provides the law and order and provides the socio-economic justice and remove the imbalances in the society. Imbalance in the society means the gap between the rich and the poor should not increase. So that actually law sometimes ensures. Okay, so when we talk about the sources of law, so there are various sources of law. Particularly, there are two sources which are, considered as a good source. One is the source which is a divine source, and other one is a man-made source. Okay, so in Indian, the sources of Indian law actually are two. Again, the principal source of Indian law and the secondary source of Indian law. And the principal source of Indian law further are four. So customs, customary law, you can say those things which are going on since long, and further judicial decision, precedents, statutes, okay, legislation, personal law, that is Hindu law and Muslim law. They are also the sources of, you can say, the principal sources of Indian law. Secondary sources of Indian law comprise of justice, equity, and good conscience, and further the sources of English law. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, justice, equity, and good conscience itself is something which is, you know, from the precedents, it has been followed that what will be the justice, and seeing to the law, seeing to the situation, the courts have declared certain rulings, and those rulings become the source of the law. And then further, the English law itself, which has been written before, we have adopted that law as such with some changes. So what law impacts the society? So it protects from the wrong, promoting from the common good, resolving the disputes. I gave you this as a second homework, that you have to just write the impact of the society on law and business, impact of law on business and the society. It was the second thing which was given to you.
No, sir. The second one was distinguish between coercion and undue influence.
How we just proceed further with all these uh, functions and all that actually comprise of various things, means there is a legal system, the constitution is there, which actually goes with the uh, means how the law is created and how the law is implemented. It is through the constitution. Who actually prepares the law, who actually executes it, this comprise of the complete legal system of the law. And then I told you about that how you have to go with the citations. So this is the way to go with the case names are there. First case name is there, then volume name of the reporter, and beginning page where you can find those cases as such will be there. So accordingly it is seen. Okay. Yeah. So any problem till now? Because from here the contract act is going to start. So three sessions, we just actually two sessions we did. First session was your introductory session, and in two sessions we have just covered a certain portion of. Uh, Let me just show you what we have covered in that time. Yes. So I will just run this parallelly as such. Uh, so this portion we have completed in our first 3 sessions as such. Okay, and then afterwards we will be going with the Contract Act, the Indian Contract Act. Okay, hope you are having no problem till now. So this is what the Contract Act is, that how we started the law of contract, what is the intention. It is the intention to create a legal relationship between the two parties, and then we just went for the introduction, why this law has been made and when it came into force. Okay, it came into force from September 1872. So if somebody asks you a question that when it came into force, you must be able to answer that when it came, or when it actually came into force. Okay, so there can be objective type question on this. Okay, fine. So this is the complete structure of the Indian Contract Act. We have gone with the structure up till, see, now 1 to section 1 to 75 we have gone with, and then section 125 to 138 we have taken up. So this portion, which is this Sale of Goods Act, Sale of Goods from section 76 to 129. This has been removed and it was converted into the Sale of Goods Act separately. And further, the contract of partnership also has been severed off and has been created as a new law. Okay, so these law we will be studying after just finishing off with this. Okay, so after this is the present position, and we have covered almost all the sections of this whatsoever was in your syllabus. So as per definition, there was the contract is equal to agreement plus enforceability is the contract. So agreement, or now what is agreement? Agreement is the meeting of minds, that is a consensus ad idem. Okay, so it defines agreement as every promise and every set of promises forming it a consideration for each other. So that is what the agreement is. So further, if we see that it happens when promise happens when one promises and other accepts. So agreement is equal to offer plus acceptance, or you can say it gives rise to the consensus ad idem. So offer is what is an offer now? Now here, if we see, if we just replace this definition with the agreement, so contract is equal to offer plus acceptance plus enforceability. Okay, so offer further defines that offer when a person signifies to other his willingness to do or abstain from doing something with a view to obtain assent of the other to such an act is called an abstinence, and he is said to have made a proposal as such. Okay, so this is what the offer and acceptance is. And then promise is a proposer or the offerer. When accepted, then it becomes, so who is making an offer? When the offer is accepted, then it becomes the promise. So acceptance is when a person to whom the offer is made, he signifies his assent to accept it, or then it is called said to be accepted. Next is your enforceability. It means the criterion of some legal obligation and agreement is said to be enforced only after complying with the requirement under section 10 of the Contract Act. So there are certain provisions which actually are required to be complied with, and then only it will be called that that particular the enforceability comes. So offer plus acceptance plus enforceability, these are the three very important ingredients of a contract. Until and unless, even if one is missing, it cannot be said to be a contract, or there will be some flaw in it. Okay, so in order to convert it into the agreement into contract, enforceability is must, because offer plus acceptance will only give you the agreement. So it is said that that all agreements are not contract, but on the other hand, all contracts are agreement, because every contract contains agreement as well as essentials required by the Indian Contract Act. Okay, so agreement is the basis for which the contract under section 2H reveals as a contract is an agreement which is enforceable. Also, every contract has to be an agreement. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No, you.
Okay, okay. I don't know what is happening today. There is some technical problem. Anyways, so distinction between agreement and contract. This was the third thing which I gave you as your assignment, that you have to write a difference between agreement and contract. And you are saying only 2 assignments I have given. This was the third assignment which I gave you.
No, sir.
Okay.
3
You have
assignments have
to-
been given by you.
Yeah, not only there are further more 4, 5 I have given. I do have that, but I have written it somewhere. So if you have not done, please take this week and complete it off. Whosoever will be now and onwards, this week is there for all of you to complete your remaining assignments. And even if you find any assignment I might not have given you, then you consider it to be given it today itself and finish it by the end of this week, so that we will be able to evaluate. Till now, whosoever will give, we will not just mark anything just like late wait and all that will not be there. But on for those assignments which everyone has given, that has to be taken care of, that who has given those assignments and when these assignments have been given. So agreement and contract, there are basis on the basis of definition, formation, legal obligation, one in other. So agreement is in contract is not in the agreement. So that what is the difference? And further, there is a scope that the agreement is having a wider scope than a contract, because contract is bound by the enforceability. Next, there are certain essentials of a valid agreement which are given under section, that is, there has to be two party, there must be an agreement, the consent must be there, and there should be a free consent, and further there should be intention to create a legal relationship, contractual capacity has to be there. Okay, consideration must be there in order to have the thing free consent. Okay, and lawful object and consideration should be there. Then agreement must not be declared as a expressly declared as a void, just like agreement with a minor or a agreement which is a wager should not be there. Any agreement with the restraint of marriage should not be there. Certainty of meaning, there has to be certainty in things, must be certain, not an uncertain one. Okay, certain at the time of making the agreement. Possibility to perform, if it is impossible, it will not be called as such. Then there are certain legal formalities. So then some immovable properties and all. So there are certain legal formalities, particularly related to certain contracts. For example, this immovable property contract must be in writing. Otherwise, it will not be enforceable. Otherwise, the remaining contract can be orally also, if the person is having a reason to believe and reason to prove that the contract has happened. Okay, so various types of contract we have studied. Okay, so contracts on the basis of enforceability, contract, void agreement, voidable contract, void contract, and unenforceable contract, illegal agreement. On the basis of formation, express contract, implied contract, quasi contract. On the basis of performance, executed contract and executory contract. Executory contract are unilateral and bilateral. So these are the complete classification of the contract. And then further, these classification have been explained one by one with the help of the example. Okay, so what are void agreements, void contracts? And I also gave you one more assignment over here, just not, it was not an assignment, I suppose it was just in order to think what is the difference between the void contract and just a moment. Am I audible, guys? Hello, am
Yes,
I
sir.
Yes, sir.
fine? There's a problem in the net, I don't know what. So you have gone with all these. So videos are also there. So by today, I think I will be able to upload all the videos. Some videos I have already uploaded on YouTube. So These videos will be available to you. If you want to see, you can just see all the videos and then you can come up. Next is your offer and acceptance. So offer, proposal and acceptance, what are these and how are these being performed and what are the technicalities related to offers and acceptance we have gone through. What is offer and what is a proposal? I have told you in depth, in detail, and with songs I have tell you what is offer. Even consideration I told you along with the songs and all that. So there was a case, a leading case of Carlyle versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. This is a case that how the general offer is accepted. With examples, I have just given you all the things. Offer must be distinguished from invitation to treat and invitation to make an offer, mere statement of intention, or you can say mere communication of the offer is not, and for negotiation will not be considered. And how the offer will lapse, when the offer lapses, and when the offer is revoked. Next is your acceptance. When it is said that the offer is said to be accepted. Now, there are certain rules regarding acceptance which we have explained even with the help of cases and examples while we were going through all this. So some standing offers are there, some tickets, how they are distinguished. Contract by post we have also studied. Over telephone also there has to be some reason to believe and the proof which we can carry on with. So these are the things which up to offer and acceptance you must be able to understand and must be able to know. So with this, what we will do is we will just have a review of certain things that I will just ask you some questions or so, and then you may have to, we can just discuss certain things on we can say on the basis of which you can clear your doubts also and you can revise the things also. Okay, so I will keep on asking you certain questions. Okay, then you have to answer me those questions. Let us see how, to what extent do you answer those. Okay. So meanwhile, just discuss on these things which and that on the basis of what we have discussed just now. Okay. So how many parties must be there in a contract? Anyone? How many parties should be there in the contract? How many parties? Anyone? Come on. How many parties do you think should be there in a contract? Right? Lakshiraj Singh. How many parties should be there? Lakshiraj. Kartikeya Sharma.
Yes, sir.
How many parties should be there in a contract?
Sir, 2.
Sorry?
2.
Yes.
Sir, 2 parties should be there, I guess.
So if there are more than 2 parties, then?
So I don't know, but
is this a minimum requirement or a maximum requirement?
sir, minimum.
Minimum 2 parties and maximum? There can be a
Maximum.
number of parties. There can be a number of parties in a contract.
Okay.
Okay. So minimum party has to be 2. Fine. Okay. So you tell me, to whom should I ask the next question? Kartikeya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me the name of a person whom should I ask the next question?
Sir, next to me.
Sorry?
Sir, after me.
Yeah, of course. You have already answered, na?
Yes, sir. कोई भी ले लो sir.
Prakash Chaudhary. Prakash Chaudhary, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, every promise and every set of promises forming the consideration for each other is a contract, agreement, offer, or acceptance. Every promise or a set of promise, okay,
Yes, sir.
which is forming a consideration for each other. Every promise and set of promises forming consideration of each other can be one of these: contract, agreement, offer, or acceptance.
Agreement, sir.
Okay, agreement, very good.
Yes, sir.
Why not contract?
Sir, contract is basically
What I asked you. Every promise and every set of promises forming consideration of each other can only be an agreement because it lacks enforceability. Enforceability नहीं है ना इसमें.
yes, sir.
Enforceability
Sir,
has to
can
be
I
there in
ask
order
you
to make
something?
agreement a contract. Okay.
Sir, can I ask you
Yes, sir.
something?
Yeah, why not, please?
Sir, you were like कि minimum requirement is 2, right, for contract,
Yeah.
and for contract, n number of parties can join.
Yes.
Sir, it will create uh, more and more, what do we say, mesh, sir. So why
Yeah, of
do
course,
n
it
number
happens.
of
Suppose, for
parties?
example, in partnership agreement, there are 20 parties.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So 20, maximum 20 partners can be there in a partnership agreement. Isn't it or not?
Yes, sir.
So these all 20 parties, they have entered into a contract. So they actually understand the same thing in the same thing in the same time at the same sense. So they are having a contractual. For example, when the shares are issued to the people, so there are two parties, the company and the shareholder, but all the n number of shareholders are also there. Okay, so they must
Yes, sir.
understand that the contract will be binding on the company and the shareholder, but other shareholders are also there who are also equally responsible, equally applicable.
So can't there be a maximum number of like 5 to 6 parties in
No, it is not like that. So it totally, actually, what the thing is, it totally depends on the parties. If they want to make the contract more complicated, it is their choice.
Okay.
Are you
Sir,
getting
can
my
you
point?
give any example who have more than 10 or 20 contracts?
There
Like
will be n
any.
number of the number of parties and number of contracts will increase. So, but at that time there will be one-to-one contract. So, if you see individually with 20 partners, there will be one contract with the partners. Actually, in partnership itself, it is a bit complex because every partner is binding other partner. So, in that case, the complexity is very high. Okay, but
Okay.
otherwise, if we take the example of shares issued by the company, so each shareholder is having one-to-one contract with that of the company. So there are n number of contracts, n number of shareholders will be there. So each shareholder or each debenture
Okay.
holder will be having a separate contract with the company, and that is being signed under the common seal of the company itself.
Okay, sir. I understood.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
fine. You tell me the another name. To whom should I ask the question? Come on. Rakesh Raika, are you there? Rakesh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm asking you a question. A promises to deliver his watch to B, and in return B promises to pay rupees 2000. So what is this? This is an agreement, proposal, acceptance, or offer? What it is?
Offer,
A
sir.
promises to offer his watch to B to deliver his watch to B, and in return B promises to pay sum of rupees 2000. What is this?
This is offer, sir. This is offer.
This is an agreement or a proposal or an acceptance or an offer. Just see it.
So they have, like, he's not yet enforced the like the contract, right? He's not yet given the watch,
No,
and if
there is
he
a consideration. See, offer and acceptance is also there. A has promised to B. B has also promised in return. Consideration is also there. So offer and proposal both are one and the same thing. Okay. So rest two choices are your agreement and acceptance. What it will be?
so agreement.
It is an agreement. Very good. So it is an agreement. Okay. Tell me another name. To whom should I ask the question?
So the guy after my name, like the guy
Sorry.
after me. The guy after me, sir, like after my roll number.
Who is there? Rohan Pingle. Rohan, are you
Yeah,
there in the class? Rohan. Rohan Pingle, are you there? He is not there. Kushi Shekhawat. Kushi Shekhawat, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Kushi, so this is a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just listen it very carefully. A lends rupees 10 lakhs to B for a year. After 1 year, A's right to recover the money from B is what type of right it is? Right? Is it a moral right? Is it a civil right? Or is it a right in personam, means personal right? What it is? Or right in
So,
a contract? A has lended rupees 10 lakhs to B for a year. After 1 year, A is having a right to recover the money from B. What type of right it is? What type of right has been created over here? Right in rem, right in personam, moral right or civil right? We have studied this.
civil rights, sir.
Civil right. It is not a civil right.
Sir, can you repeat the question again?
It is right in personam. Why? Because in person he has taken the money and he has to return. He can, means only he can be made liable to return that money. Can he just enforce it to the government to enforce this right? Can he go to the government, or can government will be able to enforce this? So it is not a civil right at all.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is a right in personam. So that person will actually, the person who has actually taken the money will only give it back. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You should tell me another name in your class.
Sir,
Yes.
anyone you can take.
Anyone, so I can. But what is your take then?
Uh,
Rohan Modi. Rohan Modi, are you there? So Rohan Modi is not there. Shaurya.
Yes, sir.
So I'm asking you a question, Shaurya.
Okay, sir.
So what comes first in a valid contract? Enforceability, money, force, or none of the above?
Sir, can you repeat once?
What comes first in a valid contract? Enforceability, money means consideration,
Yes, sir.
force, or none of the above?
Enforceability.
Very good. So enforceability is first thing which must be there in a valid contract. Okay. So you tell me the name of another person.
Just a second, sir.
Yeah.
Matang Sharma.
Kaun?
Matang Sharma.
Atang Sharma. Matang.
Sir.
Yeah, you are there. Very good.
Yes, sir.
So let me just ask you one question. So if there is an agreement to commit a tort, you know, tortious activity, tort is to harm someone, okay,
Yes, sir.
or to
Yes, sir.
trespass the property which is not, which is prohibited. So you are doing certain things which are, you know, tortious activity, which will, you know, which will result in loss of someone, maybe property or maybe the body. Okay, so
Yes.
agreement to commit a tort. For example, somebody has given 10,000 rupees to beat someone. Okay, so what
Yes,
type of
sir.
agreement it is? Is it as a void agreement, voidable agreement, valid agreement, or unenforceable?
Voidable agreement.
Voidable means at the option of aggrieved party. Who is the aggrieved party over here? It's an unenforceable. You cannot enforce it. Okay, you
Yes,
cannot
sir.
enforce it in the court of the law. Matang.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, it's neither void. Even unenforceable contracts are void. So those contracts are void. They cannot be voidable.
Yes,
और
sir.
valid तो होने का chance ही नहीं है.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? Getting?
Yes, sir.
So you tell me a name of another person.
Sir, Rahul Jewaria.
Rahul Jevaria. Are you there? Rahul Jevaria. Rahul Jevaria. Matang, he is not there. Who else? Karthik Rajput. Are you there? Ravi Raman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ravi Raman, a question for you. A invites
Yes,
A
sir.
for a coffee in a cafe coffee day restaurant. B accepts the invitation. On the appointed day, B goes, but A is not found there. समझ में आया नहीं आया? So A has invited
Yes.
B for a coffee in a CCD. So B accepts the invitation and went to drink a coffee with A, but A was not there. Okay, so in
Yes,
this
sir.
case, following are the four situations. You have to just tell me one. B has no remedy against A. B has to wait for another invitation from A. B has the right to sue A for not honoring his words. And A has to invite B again to perform the promise. First is B has no remedy against A. Second is B has to wait for another invitation. Third is B has a right to sue A. And fourth is A will invite again B to perform his promise. What will happen?
Sir, first one, no remedy.
Very good. Why no remedy, Ravi?
Sir,
Because there
in
was
this,
no intention to create a
yes.
legal relationship. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so it is just a means a casual thing
Yes.
that okay, one is inviting B. So there was no intention to create a legal relationship. That's why there was no contract at all. And as there was no
Yes.
contract at all, there is no remedy also. Okay. So Ravi, you tell
Yes.
me another name.
1 minute, sir.
Yes. कौन? Ravi.
Sir, Pushpendra, sir.
Sorry.
Sir, Pushpendra Pal.
Pushpendra Pal. Pushpendra Pal. Pushpendra Pal Singh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now question for you, Pushpendra.
Yes, sir.
Now listen very carefully. Voidable contract is one. Which contract? Voidable. Voidable contract is one. Number A, which is lawful. B, which is invalid. C, which is valid as long as it is not avoided by the other party. And D, which is unlawful. Voidable contract कौन सा होगा? Number one, lawful. Second is invalid. Third is valid till it is avoided by other party, and fourth is
Sir,
unlawful.
third.
Third wala? Very good.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So till it is avoided by other party, it will be
Voidable.
that is called voidable contract. It
Yes,
is
sir.
valid if it is not not avoided by other party. Okay. Very good. So tell me another name, Pushpendra.
Sir, anyone
नहीं,
you
anyone
choose.
नहीं, तुम बताओ.
Laksharaj.
Laksharaj, very good, very good. So Laksharaj Singh. Actually, Laksharaj only logs in and then goes off forever. Laksharaj. He is not there. Tell him that I announced his name. Before also, once I announced his name, he was not there. Yeah. Tarush Mudgal. Tarush. Parth Narendra Bhai. Parth. Nandini Khandelwal.
Sir, Parth here, sir.
Ah, Parth, where you were? Very late you joined.
No, sir, I was there only.
So Parth, suppose you have contacted to marry some girl. Okay, Parth. So Parth has contacted to marry some girl. Okay. And her name is Radha. Parth has contacted to marry Radha. Okay. So before the time of the marriage, no, Parth has actually, fall in love with someone else. So what will happen? The contract will become void, illegal, valid, or voidable. What will happen to the
Voidable,
contract
sir.
between Parth and Radha?
Hello.
Ah,
Sir, voidable?
voidable. Why? Why voidable? You just do not guess it. It is a valid contract, my dear. So there is a contract between Parth and Radha that we will marry, and Parth will marry Radha, and then afterwards Parth fall in love with someone else. It is a valid. Still, the contract between Parth and that Radha is valid. So she can sue you in the court of law that why you have not married me, though you have contracted me to marry. Isn't it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So don't give dhoka to Radha, being a Parth.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Parth is a
Yes,
name
sir.
of Krishna, you know.
Yes, sir.
And Radha was who? You know very well. Okay. So anyways, Parth, give me one name.
Sir, Tirthak Pultaria.
Sorry?
Tirthak, sir.
Tirthak Fultaria.
Yes, sir.
Tirthak Kirti bhai. तीर्थक भाई किधर है? नहीं है वो. कोई और नाम बताइए.
Then take anyone, sir.
दृष्टि वर्मा, आर यू देयर? दृष्टि वर्मा. दृष्टि वर्मा भी नहीं है. गौतम गोधरा. गौतम गोधरा भी नहीं है. हर्षित. No Harshit. Hemant Kumar. Hemant Kumar. Not there. So this is the last question to anyone who likes to answer can answer. Okay. The last question I am asking you. So following is made by words spoken. Following one of the type of contract is made by words spoken. Number 1, express contract. Second, implied contract. Third, tactic contract. And D, unlawful contract. Anyone? What among these are made by spoken words? Express contract, implied contract, tactic contract, or unlawful contract? Any one of you? Anyone can answer. Khushi Shekhawat. Nandini Khandelwal.
The express contact.
Who said Nandini? Express. Very good, Nandini. Because it is spoken words are expressed, and that's why it is called express contract. Fine. So in this way, we will be revising for the remaining part of the contracts also, and we will be asking you certain questions which you have to answer, and then we will keep one quiz also where which you can attempt. Is that okay? Shaurya?
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Fine.
sir.
So finally, let me take the attendance for the day. Drishti Verma, Gautam Godra, Harshit, Hemant Kumar, Kartik Rajput, Kartikeya Sharma,
Yes,
Khushi
sir.
Shekhawat, Matang Sharma, Mukul Swami,
Yes, sir.
Nandini Khandelwal, Parth Narendra Bhai, Prakash Chaudhary,
Present, sir.
Ishwar Singh, Rahul Jevaria, Rakesh Raika,
Prakash Chaudhary
Ravi
present.
Raman,
Present, sir.
Mohan Modi, Sandeep Singh Bhati, Shaurya Dikshit, Tarush Mudgal, and
Present,
Tirthak
sir.
Pultaria.
Present, sir.
Yeah. So thank you and have a nice day.
Have a nice day,
Okay,
sir.
revise your things. Okay, thank you all. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.